Hey everyone, this is a pick a card reading for what they felt the last time they saw you. So we have got a lot of green here, and I really wanted for us to open up the heart chakra to really see what's going on. You're probably thinking, what's green got to do with the heart chakra? Well, for those of you that don't know, green is the color of the heart chakra, and also nature helps to open up the heart chakra as well. Hence we've got these beautiful trees and we've got these green crystals as well, and cards that are really inspired also by nature, which are sitting on the table. So we've got these 4 groups, and I just want to say, if you hear like little popping sounds in the background, it's basically my radiator, so the water is like just going through it. It will settle down in just a little bit, but yeah, it's just water in the radiator to keep me warm. That's literally what it is. Okay, so we've got group 1 here. Okay, with this tree and this beautiful star crystal right there. Group 2 here with this little tree and the pyramid crystal. Group 3, so group 2, and then group 3 with the moon, and then this card and this tree. And then group number 4 actually has this little heart shaped. You can't really tell the shape of it too well, but it is a heart. And then we've got here the tree as well. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. All right, so take your pick, whichever one you're most drawn to. I would say as well, for this one, you can choose more than one group if you're drawn to it, because I know some of you have difficulties picking more than one group. Totally fine if you want to pick more than one. So the timestamps will be in the description box below, okay, so you can check out your timestamp and then go to the reading. And also in the description box there's information on free reading giveaways if you're interested in a free reading with me. There's also private paid reading information as well if anyone wants to purchase a reading with me. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. Last thing I want to mention is intention bracelets and items are on Etsy. So I have an Etsy store. It's got some beautiful items. There's crystals, charms, letters. Oh wow, there's just, there's a bunch of things on there. So definitely do check it out. Beaded bracelets, face masks, pom-poms, tassels. A lot of people have seen results with these items, and they're super special, very near and dear to me because I make them. So of course, do check those out if you're interested. Check out the review section to see how people have seen results with them, and everything is basically down there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this back, and then let's just move these to the side, or back. Okay, I'm going to move this. Oh no! Wow, okay. I like almost just broke my tree. That's okay, I'll put it back in here. Let's be a bit more careful with this one. There we go. That's a bit awkward when you break a tree. Okay, here we go. Move this one. Tree. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move these crystals out to the side as well, because I feel like I would like to. Here's me just doing a bit of table decoration in the middle of my reading. I don't know why, I just feel very drawn to sort of switching that up. So let me just put these here. Oh, and actually I'm going to put this little green one right here. Okay, cool. So this is why we have timestamps. Well, this is why I have timestamps, right? So you don't have to deal with all of the other faffing around from my side. Let's put the tree there. Okay. All right, group number 1. Let's have a look and see what they felt last time they saw you. So let's see what your card says. We're also going to pull lots of different message cards, oracle cards, tarot as well, and also some charms and letters. So we'll have a nice mix of everything coming through here. So we've got this beautiful star crystal, which really resembles nature as well. It's so beautiful. Actually, it goes really nicely with the sort of texture that you have on the tree here as well. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got here, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So you're feeling very connected to this person, and what I see on their side is that essentially they also felt connected to you, which I think is quite fascinating with this particular card. I need to get out some more messages actually with this one, but for sure they really did feel last time they saw you that you're very, very special. And it's almost like they also felt like they didn't deserve to be in your presence, which just goes to show as well, they just feel like you are very, very special and you're very unique and very different. And they just feel like, you know, sometimes people get really, they just get very stuck in their own thoughts and they think, no, but I don't deserve someone like you, or I don't deserve to be around someone like you. And that's what I see here. So it's like they follow their heart to a certain extent, but also perhaps made some excuses along the way. So something to keep in mind, or just felt like they couldn't really be as nice to you as how you are back. If that makes any sense? Okay, let's put the little collection right there. Let's have a look. Okay. See what else they felt the last time they saw you. You've got here tsunami, wake up call. Now, it is possible that the two of you may be twin flames, okay, because what I see here is this awakening energy. It's almost as though you have taught this person how to be true to themselves. You have triggered this person to work on aspects of themselves. What's happened here is a mirroring effect. They've held up a mirror to you, and you have held up a mirror to them as to things that they need to work on and things that they need to get together. So for sure, you have triggered parts of them that has just felt very intense. They feel like you're very lucky, you're very special, but they feel triggered, like they need to do a million different things. And so the last time they saw you, even though they had this immense amount of attraction, chemistry towards you, they felt very scared to progress in some form of way. And it was like a big wake-up call, like, you know what, I need to do more with my life, I need to do this, I need to do that. But how they've acted is more so, I feel, sometimes making some excuses like, I'm not really ready to take on board or make these particular decisions, I'm not really sure I can do this right now. That's really what I pick up there. Let's see what else we have. Just do that. Okay, we've got here lotus flower unfoldment. By the way, the lotus also symbolizes prosperity and luck and auspiciousness. So you're a very auspicious person for this person. You're like a good luck charm. And the unfoldment is really about, again, things blooming and growing and them sort of having gone in the opposite direction. And see, you've got also here as well island, which is solitude. It's like things were unfolding, things were just fine, and then it's like they just kind of shut things off and went into hermit mode and sort of just isolated themselves from you in that sense. Does that make sense? Like things could be more hot and cold between the two of you, things could be a little bit more uncertain between the two of you, because they just feel like you trigger them and you trigger them to be a better person, and it's something that they're not always ready for or not always ready to do. That's not your fault. Don't blame yourself for that, all right? It's just where they are in their life and it's just what they're doing, and that's not something that you can really force upon someone like, hey, you know, get yourself together, hey, do this, hey, do that, you know. So last time they saw you, they had a bunch of emotions, as you can tell, felt very, very triggered to basically do more. Okay, so we got here making a post about you. So since the last time you saw this person, they could have made a post about you or tagged you in something or liked one of your pictures or something like that, or tried to make a post so that you would like it, things like that. But also making a post about you can be them posting like song lyrics or something that's quite discreet, where it's not specifically directed towards you, but it is indirectly directed towards you. So then there's that. I'm going to reach out soon. Okay, so there's a reaching out soon energy here from them. So it's like, you know, they can't hold back regardless. It says here, I fear a relationship with you because I don't want it to be another failed relationship. So they do have some fears here, right? Their fears get very triggered, by the way. You know, they know that they need to get themselves to a much better place, and they know that they need to stop fearing so much. But that's just where they are, right? And that's not always something that they can control, let's say. And I really do need you. So it's on like one side, they're pretending like they don't really need that, like it's too much. And on the second side, they really do need you. And I feel like they're going to reach out to you at some point soon. So yeah, you know, you are their good luck charm is what I feel. Like good things happen to them when you're around. I feel like they're going to notice that and realize that actually, you know what, good things have been happening since I met this person. I've been growing, I've been feeling better, I've been just being a better person in general. So there's that energy that's coming through quite strong in regards to that. Let me just grab some of these cards. Oh, hold on a second. I was like shuffling these and then I just knocked over the other deck, this particular green deck that I have. Okay. Seven of Cups. Yeah, so Two of Swords shows their indecisiveness. Okay, so the last time they saw you, they felt very indecisive. You know, it's on one side they feel like you are so special, and on the other side, like, oh no, I can't deal with all this energy, it's too much, you know. So very defensive energy, as you see with this person holding those two swords, like, no, this is too much, I can't handle it. And then you've got here the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is about having a lot of thoughts and dreams about you, signs and synchronicity. So I feel like the two of you have some kind of a spiritual connection. I really feel like there's some kind of twin flame vibe going on here, especially with the wake up call card, as I mentioned, like sort of triggering one another in that sense. Then you've also got here the Tower. See, the Tower is also all about triggers, and the Wheel of Fortune is about luck and prosperity and abundance, right? So that really does align up very strongly. I mean, the Tower literally reminds me of the tsunami, and the Lotus Flower literally reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. And then the Island card here really reminds me of the Two of Swords. So it's almost like Tarot is like totally like with what we have here. So yeah, the Tower here shows that it's almost like they feel like they are the ones to blame for the downfall of things that have happened. And also the Wheel of Fortune here, they are realizing with time that you are super lucky and that you are super special to them. And so that's what we have there. They've not really forgotten about you. That's something I want to pick up. But the last time they saw you, they just had this huge range of emotions, right? Huge range of emotions, like, yeah, you're really special, you're really amazing, you're this, you're that, but not being able to hold on to the whole situation and work with it. It's like running away from it kind of a vibe. And so that's really what they felt, is that this is too much, I can't handle it, it's, you know, too much too soon for me to like take charge and do everything. I can't handle all of these emotions and thoughts and feelings, like it's just a lot for me to do. And that's really what they felt there. Okay, so let's go to charms and letters. So the letters can be initials, okay, and it can also represent words to do with your situation and how they also felt the last time they saw you. Okay, so we've got a W, Z, another Z, or a Z, for those of you that are in the US of the A. Speaking of A's, we've got here CAA, we've got an X, and an E. Oh, EX, we've got an X here. M, got MAC as well, MAC. We've got here Med. So there's like, you know, it could be to do with meds, like medicine or medical field or something to do with that. We've got an R as well, RCA, car, and another Z. You know, the Z is the end of the alphabet, right? So yeah, you may feel like things are the end. They could have also just thought like, oh, this is the end, it's all good, you know, or thought like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about things anymore. But actually it's not the end. So those three Zs as well, you know, when you see like emojis, you know, that have the three Zs, that's like sleeping energy as well. But it's like there's a wake up after that. So that's really interesting. And I see car as well. I also see war, WAR, which is interesting with the Tower as well. So they feel like they've created this within themselves in that sense. Does that make sense? I hope that it makes sense in some way, shape or form. And that's what we have there. So let's go with the charms. Okay, whoa, we got a lot here. Oh, the arrow literally fell on the Wheel of Fortune. So you can see that here as well, right? That's really interesting. So the arrow literally fell on the Wheel of Fortune. It's also pointing towards the Tower as well. So the last time they saw you, they really felt this inner conflict within themselves. So they know that you're a very lucky and very special person, but their problems really led them to feel like you are maybe, I know this sounds really crazy, but they felt like you are the problem, but you're not actually the problem. And that's something they've realized since you haven't really been around as much, is that you're not the problem. They are the ones creating the problems. Does that make sense? Like sometimes people think that, they think that their problems are from those around them, but they don't look at themselves. And so that's what I see here, is that they felt like you're very lucky, but they also felt like maybe you're the one causing this friction and conflict within them, but actually they're the ones doing it to themselves. So just saying. Then you've got here the heart as well, so they do still have feelings towards you. They're still holding on to it. The tiger eye as well, it shows strength. Okay, they really feel like you're a strong person. You understand yourself, you know yourself. You have another E here. You've got here bags, so they do have some baggage as well, which kind of makes them think in different directions. You've got an S. We have got the physical intimacy word, as you can see there. Meds, cars, wars, plural, make things into a plural. You've got here the marker, which shows this is like a travel sign, right? That's interesting, some kind of travel, maybe distance between the two of you. You've got here the Libra sign, which is about resolution, right? So they have thought about fixing things with you since the last time that the two of you have met. But it's also about just feeling like, okay, well, this is what it is. I feel balanced. It's okay now. You also have here a little camel as well. That could symbolize something quite special for the two of you. But also remember, a camel can go days and days and days and days and days without water, and so this is them just feeling like, oh, I'll be fine without this person. But then actually there comes a point where days and days and days and months, you know, later they're like, I can't do without this person. I do need that refuel, you know. So that's interesting. But it could be that, you know, the two of you maybe have something to do with a camel. Just saying. And then you've got here a star as well. This is about having faith. You've got another one as well, which represents the throat chakra. So they do want to communicate with you. They also did like to communicate with you the last time they saw you. And we've also got here a photo as well. Like some of you might be, again, it's to do with social media. So they, you know, they could be indirectly writing things in that sense, right? Or little like messages here and there. So it's something to, for sure, keep in mind. So yeah, that's what we have there, group 1. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, pre-reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy, and do take care. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away these items. I find it very therapeutic doing it on camera, and it's pretty quick to tidy it up. So do that, take these away. Right. Alright, group number 2, let's have a look and see what they felt the last time they saw you. So, let's see what they felt, and we've got here your tree, I just put it right there. We've got here the card, and we've also got the pyramid crystal. Let's just put that right there. Alright, let's have a look and see. So you've chosen this particular card, and it says here, secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So this person felt really attracted to you, felt a lot of chemistry towards you, and for sure also just felt like, I mean, they may not have said very much, they may not have done very much, but that's that energy, you know, of keeping things a little bit more hush-hush, a little bit more secretive, not telling you exactly how they feel towards you, but for sure feeling things, right? I mean, definitely feeling things. So yes, that's what I really feel. Okay, so that's like the base card of the energies and the messages. Let's see what else we have here. So they obviously felt very, very connected to you and very attracted to you for sure the last time they met you, or saw you, should I say, yeah, saw you, but they kept a lot more of it to themselves. We've got here lake. So you've got lake, which is stillness. You've got dream time, which is creation. And let's see what the last card here is. If anything wants to come out, there we go, okay. got 2 cards, so I'm going to take both of them. You've got here dance, which is celebration, and you've got ancestors, which is generations. Okay, so with these 3 cards, let's just put them there so you can also see them for the time being. So, of course, you know, the last time they saw you, they felt very, very good in regards to you. They really felt like this is maybe the beginning of something really special, that there's a really special energy between the two of you. There is like this, you know, there's this like dancing energy. It's fun, it's exciting. It could have been that maybe the two of you were at a celebration or you were doing something that just felt really special. But definitely the last time the two of you met, they really felt very connected to you. They felt very happy to be there and to also see you as well. They could have really kept their feelings to themselves though, so you may not have necessarily known that they were happy to see you because of course you have got lake, which is stillness, so they could have really kept this to themselves. And of course you've got secret admirer, which also shows that again they may have kept some of these feelings secret and more so towards themselves. You also have ancestors and generations, which means the last time they saw you, they were also thinking about their future. They were thinking about their, you know, their family and their values and things like that, and also seeing and thinking about, you know, their future. So when they think about you, they also think about their future. It's like catalyst, right? It just like one thing triggers another thing in terms of their thoughts. And creation here also shows that they find that you're very creative, they find that you're very independent, you know what you want to do and you just go and do it, and that you're a very colourful being. And what I mean by that as well is that you're just really special. You know, you come across as someone that has this amazing personality that really attracts them and interests them. Now you may find that maybe, you know, you think about yourself and you're like, oh, Moonlight, I'm not maybe that exciting. And some of you might be like, yeah, Moonlight, I am exciting. But you know, how someone sees you and how you see yourself can be 2 different things. So don't be too harsh on yourself, right? Because you can be very special, okay? For those of you that are maybe like, you know, not so maybe confident in your personal, like personality stuff. But I will say that they really found that very, very special. And they found that you could potentially be someone who can bring them so much more in life. So we see here that sort of creation energy, and we see here also a lot of physical attraction and chemistry as well. And they really got triggered to think about their family and like their history and ancestors. And so they were like thinking about, you know, their family line. So it goes to show that when they think about you and when they last saw you, they really thought about like what life could be like with you. And I know that sounds like really crazy, but that's what I see here. So that's what we have here. Like this person does live a lot in their thoughts, I will say. It may be that this person is or is not introverted, but when they go deep into thought, they really think about things, okay? So this person could be introverted, but they also may not be. So that's really important to mention, is that just because they go deep into their thoughts and don't say anything does not mean that they're introverted, because there's so many extroverts out there that will literally go so deep into thought when they're by themselves. So keep that in mind, all right? Just wanted to mention that. Let's continue with some messages, and then we'll go to tarot, charms, and then letters. Okay. There you go, there you go, there you go. Oh my gosh, sorry. This happens in my readings. It surprises me. It's exciting for me as well, you know, because it's literally what I said. Okay, so ancestors, they think about, you know, a future. They think about what it could be like to be with you. So here you go. I want to live with you. You see, it's like they're thinking about, you know, what life could be with you and how you could feed life into their life and how things could be with you in that sense. So I want to live with you makes so much sense, because that's literally about them thinking about what a future could be like between the two of you. And that's what they really were thinking the last time you met this person and they saw you, is that they thought, I want to live with you. You know, they were triggered. They were thinking about their family. They were thinking about the lineage. They were thinking about the generations and how things worked and how things were. And even with Dreamtime, like they were really thinking about a lot of that, right? There you go. Let's see what else we have. I don't know who I am anymore. Okay, so yeah, something could have happened between then, that time, and now, because what I see here is that they do get confused as to who they are. They have a very good way of like sort of seeing how other people are, and they do compare themselves a lot to other people. So even though this person thinks of you very, very highly, they do think of themselves as not so great, which is quite sad. And remember, I mentioned as well, just because you see yourself in a certain way doesn't mean that everyone's going to see you in that way, right? So something that's really triggered this sort of energy here is that they think of you very, very highly. They put you on a pedestal, but they don't put themselves on an equal pedestal, and they sometimes don't know who they are, but they also kind of know who you are. I know that sounds kind of crazy, because there's a saying, right, which says, how can you know who others are if you don't know yourself? But it's almost like they just know that you're very special, but they also don't feel so good within themselves sometimes, and they don't know who they are, you know. So they go very deep into thoughts to try and understand themselves. So that's why they go deep into thought, and you know, we see that stillness energy. I'm gonna have to take that like that. It's gonna ruin the spread anyways. There we go. I took you for granted. I hate myself for that. Okay, so they do feel bad. That's one thing I see here. Okay, something's happened here, obviously, and they could have been super hot and cold and just been, you know, a little bit like withdrawn. So that could have been a bit annoying on your side. And then we said, I feel a relationship with you because I don't want it to be another failed relationship. So even though they think very, very highly of you, they don't think very highly of themselves. They're also projecting a lot of themselves and their own weaknesses onto this, thinking, oh no, what if this doesn't happen? So it's something to really keep in mind, is that they know they took you for granted. They don't feel like they really know themselves, but they feel like they know you. And that's something that really just makes them think about you even more, and it also makes them feel like, you know, they can be with you, they can do things with you. It triggers their thoughts and their fantasies, but they also block themselves sometimes in terms of their fears, right? They go internally. They do fear it, right? But they also want it. So that's something to keep in mind, is that this person is a little bit confused.com. However, how they feel about you has been very, very consistent. The fears come from themselves, okay? The fears do not come from you. So keep that in mind, even though you do trigger the fears, it's not your fault. But they do obviously have a lot of feelings towards you, and that has not changed. That's not changed. The fears come from them, not you. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go with tarot. Let's see what we have. Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles. So see, a lot of thinking in regards to a lot of stillness. And even the last time when they saw you, they were thinking a lot about like growth, right? Progression, how things could bloom, how things could grow, how things could move forward with you. They really did think about that. Even with Chariot as well, they thought about like the balance and the this is yin and yang energy, right? So it's really about like how things can move forward with you, how things could work, how things could progress here. And we also have the castle in the background, which is about history and legacy, and you've got generations here. So this is about like long term, how things could work out between the two of you. They were thinking about that a lot. Okay, and then you've got here as well the World card. So again, World is ruled by Saturn. This is about structure and routine. This is about the home life. This is about how the two of you could live together, make things work together, things like that. And you've got here as well the High Priestess. So see, they have a lot of respect towards you. They put you on the pedestal. They feel like you are so knowledgeable, very intellectual, very smart, very balanced, and they just feel like, you know, you are very, very special. But they also have their own internal fears from themselves, not from you, but from themselves, which keeps them a little bit hot and cold, a bit more withdrawn in that sense. But last time they saw you, you know, they felt like, you know what, you are very special, you are progressive, you're understanding, you know yourself very well, and that you're a person that is just, you know, always feeding this incredible amount of life into things, right? So that's what we have right there. It matches my little scrunchie as well. Literally, it's the like exact same colour. That's nice. I love matching things. As you guys can see, I just love it. Okay, so let's go with charms and letters. So let me just grab this. So the letters could be initials that match up to your situation, and it also could be words as well, right? So yeah, words to do with your situation. Okay. F, M. I mean, look, this also spells out a phrase that's very, very popular, like my life kind of, you know, vibe. But look, I'm just saying there can be actual words that this makes up. You got 2 L's here, FMLT, you've got another L, and you've got a H, you've got a D, you've got a C, but like I mentioned, could be initials, R, Z, another Z, and a V. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. The D and the Z just like went all the way down to the bottom, so that's interesting. DZ. All right, let's go with the charms. My charm box is really, really heavy, so that's why. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like full to the brim. There's like a lot happening here, so. But yeah, I usually like reach over and grab them because I can't see what's in there anyways, and I do a pretty good job at shuffling them anyway, so it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. And yeah, so here we have, oh wow, look at this, right? So you finally got some vowels come out. So you got E and another E, and you've got here a G, a G, yep. And you've also got an X, so that spells out X, which is I think very, very interesting, but you've got double E's as well. There's quite a few more words that you can make out with that, and also you've got a full stop here. So there is that. You've also got here a bell, which could symbolize wedding bells or them wanting to come to your doorstep and wanting to invite you again. The bell also represents notifications, like, you know, on Facebook, for example, there's a bell. Even on YouTube, there is a bell as well, right next to the subscribe button. I'm not going to plug anything, okay? Don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell notification. That's not me. But the bell basically is a notification, right? It's like a reminder, so that could maybe mean something in that situation. You've also got here Gemini, so you've got the twins, so could be potentially like a twin flame situation or something to do with twins here, which we see. Gemini is also about the lovers, so keep that in mind. You've also got the dog, which is about loyalty, unfaltering loyalty. You've got here like a little fairy, or it reminds me a little bit of Tinkerbell. Okay, so, you know, again, that special energy, really, really special energy, and you've got here love as well, so that's interesting. Gemini with the lovers, that's quite fascinating in many ways, but I do feel here like the last time they saw you, they just wanted to keep in touch, and they wanted to, you know every time you do something, or, you know, what you're doing, and yeah, there's that sense of like still having that connection towards you, especially with this Gemini energy charm as well. So you may feel like, okay, maybe things are full stop, but I feel like this is more of like a rest. Like there is going to be another sentence that continues after. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm seeing, group number 2. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Take care. Let me know, you know, in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, click on that little bell notification if you haven't already, and definitely do take care. All the information for private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items is on my Etsy, so do check that out, and take care everyone. Alright, so let us take these away, and I love to clear up in my readings. It's just so therapeutic. I love it. This is, you know, this and cooking, quite therapeutic, not gonna lie, so I love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's take these away. Alright, group number 2. Let's have a look and see what they felt last time they saw you. So we have got this card right here. We have this tree right here. You know, I just thought I'd point it out. And of course, you have chosen the moon-shaped crystal. So let's put that right here as well. The moon below the tree. That's interesting. Usually the moon is above the tree, but you know. Okay, so let's have a look and see. So this is your card. Very, very beautiful. And your message. It says here, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So with this card specifically, I am going to shuffle and get out some more messages because I want a bit more of a clear indication. Okay, so I'm just going to use these cards, which also have trees on them as well. It's the vibe. And so does this card. There you go, right? More trees. So you've got here lake, which is stillness. We've got here green man, synergy. More greenery here. And we've got two more cards. So we've got cave, which is sanctuary, and then we've got love, which is compassion. And it's interesting actually, if you look at the back here as well, you have got these like hearts as well as these beautiful blooms like flowers and leaves. Okay, anyways, so what we do have here is quite interesting. It's almost like the last time they saw you, they may have been criticizing some of the things that maybe you were doing or some of the things you were saying. They don't really mean that, because what I'm seeing right now is that they feel bad about that, and they've definitely realized that criticizing a person or thinking badly in that sense really doesn't ever fix anything, it never solves anything, it never really gets anywhere. There has to be communication that results in resolution and mending of situations and healing. So that's something that they've really recognized, I would say, over the course of time. But the last time they saw you, they may have felt really agitated. They may have been a little bit more open, for sure, but still quite cold deep down, and not, just not recognizing that maybe some of the things they said or did were maybe untrue, or maybe didn't line up to how they ended up treating you. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm just asking these questions, but hopefully you'll let me know in the comment section below, so I don't feel like I'm just like talking to a wall, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what they've really found with the lake and the stillness, is that the last time they saw you, they felt really connected, but they also felt like they were criticizing little things here and there. And it's not till a little bit after that that they felt like, oh, I shouldn't have been doing that because it doesn't really do anything. It's not very productive. So it's almost like they realize their mistakes, especially like this card says, right? It's almost like they realize that actually, do you know what? Criticizing doesn't get me anywhere. Let me just like not do that. Instead, there's more of like a supporting energy here, especially with Green Man and Synergy. There is more life. There is more, there's like a burst of life here, right? Which shows that from stillness, it goes to like a burst of life. You've also got here cave, which is, again, this sort of isolated energy. So they may have felt quite isolated. They may have not been speaking their truth and keeping things a little bit more hidden. So their anger or frustration, some of them could be like giving little peeks of it, but not all of it. So it's just something to keep in mind. Like some of them could have been just keeping things a little bit more like passive aggressive. So they could have just acted like they were, totally like into things, and then actually not being so into things. Does that make sense? Hot and cold. You've got the moon crystal here. It makes a lot of sense, right? Keeping things inwards, but then showing things to be a little bit different. And that's what I see here with these cards. See, love and compassion shows that they did have feelings towards you, but they were just like being really nitpicky and not really being 100% communicative with you so that you would know how things would progress or where things would go. They were just very wishy-washy from time to time. It's something that I'm seeing. Sorry, you can't really see your cards. There you go. So that's something that I'm really picking up here as well. So let's go to the rest of the cards and see what else we can pick up, because I want to know what's going on here. So let's see, Mercury realms messages. Okay. So yeah, it's almost like, they have feelings, but they're also isolating themselves. They have feelings, there is life there, but it's like they're just, criticizing you in their mind, but realizing that that's not the right thing to do because it's not your fault. It's actually what they are doing. So they're sort of projecting, in many ways, their insecurities on you. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me just get all four of them out. Okay, and then we'll do tarot, we'll do charms and letters as well. So we've got text message, and then we've also got soon. It came out with soon. So I feel like this person's gonna definitely want to do something here with you soon. Okay, I'll send you a message of some sort very soon. I'm upset with myself. So yeah, they're upset with things that they may have said or the way that they may have treated you, for sure. Because, oh look, wow, it came out with, I hope you don't hate me. These two are synchronized and these two are synchronized. That's so interesting as well. And a lot of you have pointed out so many synchronicities in my readings as well. But yeah, this is one that you can definitely just see straight away. So yeah, see that energy there of them criticizing you in their mind, or literally or physically, like actually criticizing you, is something that they're really upset with. They know it's not the right thing to do in their mind, or like if they've, actually said it, and they are thinking here, I hope you don't hate me, because they're realizing that actually it's not a good thing to do, and they don't feel good about having done that. So don't blame yourself, because sometimes you feel like, oh no, did I do something wrong? You didn't do anything wrong, so please don't blame yourself, and just know that those feelings of love and compassion is, I think, a really important word. That's something that they started to feel, and they're not so like stuck in their own energy, like they have compassion here. Okay, so let's see what's coming through the tarot. Page of Cups. Ooh, understanding on an emotional level, right? Understanding how things can hurt, understanding how things feel. So you got the Six of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. There you go. Personal and emotional growth here has happened. Empathy is arising. Six of Swords, emotionally taking themselves to a better place and understanding that their words and actions have consequences. So they know that they were not exactly the best towards you in terms of their energy, in terms of their vibrational energy, frequency, and how they may have said or done things, but they're realizing their mistakes and they want to make improvements. And that's what the Six of Swords here shows, is that they want to make improvements. They don't want to be the bad person. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Sorry, I have to turn off my heater because everything's got a bit too hot in my room. So yes, that is pretty much what I am picking up. So let's see, let's see in that sense, and see what is coming through. With the charms and letters as well. But what I would say here for sure, especially with what they have felt last time they saw you, is that they saw your power and kind of, I feel, just were sort of criticizing you because they were projecting their own insecurities and kind of like just projecting. How else can I explain projecting? Projecting is when someone sees things within themselves but they criticize another person based on what they are actually feeling within themselves. And that's what I really feel here, is that they projected their own insecurities on you and have now realized that actually it's not you, it's them. So that's what I see here with the Queen of Pentacles, is actually knowing your worth and your value and not seeing you as the bad one, because that was just critique, which was projection. So I see that with the Knight of Cups. This is also about emotional growth as well. They've really grown up, I feel, since the last time they saw you. Okay, emotionally they have grown up. So let's go with the charms and letters. So this can also be initials, okay, and this can also spell out words to do with your situation. Okay. Got an R, A, H, N, C, I, M, U, O, E, L, F. We were very, very close to getting the words I love you, kind of, so it's just something to keep in mind. But anyways, this is what we have right there. It's incomplete, right? Which would kind of make sense in a way. Yes, they do have feelings towards you for sure with this love and compassion card, but also the last time they saw you, they were not exactly maybe in that frame of mind 100%. So it would make sense that the words didn't fully spell out something in that sense, right? It would make a little bit of sense. Okay, let's go with charms. Oops. Let me actually see what just like fell out, because it all fell out and my charm box is really heavy and it's got a lot of stuff in there. So one second. Got a rocking horse. You've got a little car that fell out. You've got this with the butterfly and the flowers. You've got an eye as well, another eye. Put that there. You've got the love charm that just fell onto the table. I can't grab that. And you've also got a star as well, which has just gone a little bit behind my table. I hope it doesn't fall behind. There we go. This little star. Okay, so those are the charms that sort of fell on my table. We'll just stick with those ones because I feel like, you know, those are the ones we want to take. So, oh wow, okay, so you got two. Oh, look at that. The diamond was underneath the lotus, and in this one there was the eye as well. So again, really, you know, they've been really focused on themselves, especially when it comes to transformation, taking care of themselves, putting themselves first. They've been really heavily focused on themselves. We've got here as well this like vintage neon car as well. Maybe that makes some, you know, makes some kind of sense in your situation. We also have here the word car, so something to keep in mind. Something about a car, or, you know, even traveling. The rocking horse is a symbol, is like a symbol essentially of like a toy, but, well, it is a toy, but the symbolism kind of shows going back and forth, and so that's something they may have done, like just going back and forth in their thoughts, and, you know, just being really considerate more so of themselves rather than being considerate as a whole in regards to you as well. Okay, you've also got here the bird. So bird is about freedom, you know, them wanting to just kind of like do their own thing, wanting their own freedom. We've got love here as well, which shows that, look, you know, I did mention that we have got, look, we have actually got it now, haven't we? I love you. There we go. There you go. There you go. There you go. I love you, car. And you've also got the Libra charm, which is about balance as well and resolving things. So they're starting to see things from a balanced perspective and realizing that you are not at fault for everything. So that's something to keep in mind. So their feelings towards you are definitely growing since the last time they saw you. And also the last time they did see you, they were sort of avoiding certain things, avoiding certain feelings. But now it's really come to the surface. You know, you've got this beautiful, like, glittery, beautiful star, which just really represents here a sense of like faith and optimism, which is so powerful and so strong. And it's almost like, you know, through the things that they were sort of keeping to themselves or critiquing, you know, that green with the heart chakra color is just popping through so strongly. So that shows that their feelings towards you are just getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger as time goes by. And so that is what we are picking up here. So this is your reading, okay, group number 3. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy, and do take care as well. Okay, so let us clear these away, and we will then do group number 4, last but never least, of course. So let's do this. Okay. Put this right here. Put this right here. Put this right here. There we go. Okay, so group number 4. Hello, how are you doing today? We are going to have a look and see what they felt last time they saw you. So you've got your tree sitting nice and pretty right there. You can't really see it too well, so let me just move it a little bit. Let's put it there. It just looks like a dark blob, but it's okay. It's all right. we'll leave it there. Or actually, should I? Let's put it there. There you go. You can see a little bit better. And let's put your crystal right here. So you chose the heart-shaped crystal. And this is your card. Okay, so let's have a look. So the last time, what they felt when they saw you, we have here the energy and the message, time. You are trying too hard, give it time. Okay, so that's what we've got there. Now, it can be that this person just thought that, yeah, you know, maybe you're just trying too hard, like give it time, don't stress, things are going to be okay, like don't, you know, you may have been wanting to sort of just understand things, get to the bottom of things, figure things out. And what this message here is showing is that they may have just thought, wait, you know, like calm down, like you don't need to be so desperate about things, you know, give things time, be patient, you know, things are not going to escape you in that sense. So there's just that really strong, potent, very powerful energy of just, you know, giving things time and not being too stressed about certain things. So that's what I'm seeing, is that they could have thought like, okay, it's all right, just give things time. You don't need to be so quick about certain things, you know. So they may have thought that the last time they saw you. So let's have a look at some more of these oracle cards, and then we'll get onto tarot and letters and charms as well. Yeah, so they were like, calm down, slow down, it's all okay. Yeah, my oracle cards, these ones actually have trees on them with the roots, which, by the way, that's so cool. Actually, you know, I did know this before, but like I didn't properly look at them. The roots actually go into like a tree, right? So you turn that way, it's like a tree. Turn that way, it's like a tree. Let's see. Okay. So we've got dance, which is celebration. We've got here clouds, shape-shifting. Let me just put those here so you can see them for now. And then you've got here new moon, promise. And dream time, creation. All right, so with these energies, the last time they saw you, they were really enjoying, you know, time. They were enjoying things between the two of you, and they were feeling quite optimistic. You know, they were thinking like, wow, you know, there's something really special here. There's something that could be created, like there could be like a rebirth in their life, and there could be this excitement and fun and prosperity. But I also feel as well is that they felt very pressured, and this could be because maybe you want things to go a certain way, or maybe you were questioning them or answering, you know, like asking very like heavy things, or saying things that made them feel very intensely overwhelmed. So they just felt like, you know what, calm down, like just, you know, give things time. I can understand your perspective, I really can, because, you know, you just want to know things, and that's okay, like that's not a crime. But also on their side, this person tends to be a little bit more laid back emotionally, and they tend to shut down when it gets to very emotional things. So that's just a part of where they're at. And of course here with new moon and promise, it goes to show that the last time they saw you, they actually felt really good. They felt like, you know what, maybe this is like a start to something really new and special and things like that. So that's something to keep in mind. Also clouds as well, like sort of shape-shifting is like seeing different things and, you know, feeling the vibe of like fantasy, like this could come together, that could come together, this could happen, that could happen, that kind of vibe of like things progressing and coming together, which is what they also really strongly felt. And you've got dance, which is, you know, celebration, and that really goes to show as well that they felt really good the last time they saw you, but there was also something that sort of changed, right? We know that clouds are sort of always changing, you know, sometimes it's like cloudy with a little bit of sun coming through, sometimes the clouds clear away, sometimes the clouds are like really heavy and then it starts to rain. So, you know, it's that shape-shifting energy where like one minute they feel really good and they felt really happy, and then the next minute they just felt very overwhelmed, and it's like it started to like rain down on them basically. So that's something to keep in mind, is that they felt really good, but they also felt very, very pressured, and they don't really handle pressure too well. So that's what we saw there. And, you know, they just want to give things time. Basically, they just want to give things time. When it comes to thinking about the future, when it comes to thinking about like a promise and things moving forward and more commitment and more seriousness, they just want to give things time. They don't want to move too quickly. They don't want to feel intensely pressured or overwhelmed to do certain things. They just want to take their time, and that's literally what I see here. Okay, so let's go with the Mercury Realms cards. These are the energy cards, or the message cards, should I say. So we've got here, I'm not used to the love you give me. So yeah, they feel like really intensely overwhelmed for sure when you're doing so much towards them. They're like, wait a second, I'm not used to all of this. I'm not used to all of this interest. Like, I'm not used to being asked all these questions, you know, or things going so quickly for them. They're not used to all of this, is what I see. They feel great about it, but they also are not used to it, so I want to apologize, right? So it's not all completely your fault, because you're, you know, just doing what you want to do, and you're asking questions you want to ask. It's not your fault. So yeah, they do feel bad about certain things. They want to apologize, you know, even if they feel like they shouldn't, they still want to. so that's good. It shows that here that they do care about you, but they definitely want things to go a bit slower. See, be patient with me, please. See, so they can understand their perspective, but they also want you to understand their perspective. They can understand your perspective, but they want you to understand their perspective. There we go. Okay, so be patient with me, please. So yeah, they just want to like give things time. They don't want to rush things. And if they said anything harsh, they really do want to apologize, but they'll just apologize in general, which I think is interesting. And then you've got here your birthday. So they may choose to do something really special for your birthday, or to make things up for your birthday, or plan a surprise on your birthday. Or your birthday could be like a perfect time where they're trying to analyze more in the situation. So that's something to really keep in mind. So let's go to tarot, and you've got here 3 cards that just came out. You've got here the Page of Wands. Okay, so that's what we've got. A lot of attraction and chemistry, which is what they felt towards you for sure, especially with the dream time, this creation card, dance. They felt a lot of attraction towards you. They really do like you, especially the last time they saw you. They just felt like, you know what, things are moving, things are going good. Sometimes they block themselves in that sense. See, the Hanged Man is about a pause. So they took a bit of a pause here to think about things, and again, needing time. You know, and then of course you got the Fool here, which is spontaneous energy. So they like to be spontaneous, but they also like to give things time. I know, how crazy. You know, there can be like a sense of immaturity sometimes with this person, where it's like, you know, if they want to, they'll move things very quickly, but if they feel overwhelmed and too pressurized, then they'll suddenly get cold feet. It's one of those things, right? So you can never really tell exactly which way this person's always going to go, but yeah, you know, like 1 minute there's like clear skies, next second all these clouds appear. It's like, you know, things are shifting in different ways. See, they feel also that things are moving very, very quickly, almost too quickly for them, especially with this 8 of Wands. So they like things to not be as quick or as fast. They like to sort of have things go their way. Otherwise, they feel like, okay, it was my way or the highway. So that's something to really keep in mind here, is that the last time they saw you, they had feelings towards you for sure, but something shut them off a little bit because they felt like things are moving too quickly. And, you know, you might be spontaneous on their side, and that's something they're like, wait, give it time. But if they want to be spontaneous, you know, it's like they're okay with that, you know? It's one of those things where it's like, no, you have to do things at my time frame and my timeline. And that can be annoying. It can be, but it's something to keep in mind with this person, is that's sort of how they operate in many ways, and that's how they do things. So keep that in mind. So let's go to your charms and letters now. All right, so let's have a look. So yeah, the last time they saw you, they just felt like, whoa, calm down, okay? Things are going a bit quick. I want to be in control. That's the kind of vibe that we have here with this person. So let's see, okay? So this could be initials. It could also be letters that spell out words for your situation. And we will do the charms as well in... Actually, let me grab the charms as whilst I'm at it. Oh, look at that, the cloud. Literally got the cloud, right? That's interesting. We literally got clouds, and then we got clouds, see? They just make the clouds appear, like, as and when they want the clouds to appear. Like, you know, it's one of those things. So it appears when they want it to appear. So something about clouds here as well. They just, you know, they create their own clouds and their own confusion from time to time. So we've got love here as well. So they do have feelings towards you. It's just that they want to go on their own time frame. See, we have here also this moon crystal. So we have here the heart crystal, which of course you chose, right? So they do have feelings towards you very, very strongly. We also have here the moon, but they keep a lot of their like regrets and traumas to themselves, but they know that they can't always hide this, and they like to take their time doing things with like cycles and phases. They don't like to like move forward too quickly, because that really does scare them. But that's what I see here. We've also got here an E. Okay, so we've got an E. We've got an X here as well. That's interesting. X. We got an R, J, I, A. Got another. Oh, we've got an F here, that's not an E. It looked like an E upside down, but we've got a C, another C here, S. So we have got physical intimacy energy. Could have happened between some of you, not all of you, but a lot of you, some of you could have happened. We've got a H and another C as well. So that's what we have right there. that's what we got. And we've also got this little charm, which is of a little snowflake as well. So see these interchanging weathers, right? We picked up like sunshine, we picked up blue skies, we picked up clouds. I even mentioned like rain as well, but also picked up a snowflake. It's like they change very quickly, you know, cycles and phases. Like they change their emotions, and their emotions change very, very fast depending on the mood that they're in and how they feel and how people are treating them and the things that you could have said and done. Like they change very, very fast, their moods and sort of how they feel in that sense, which is not your fault. It's sort of how they feel in that sense. But yeah, when they see, even you've got the new moon card as well, right? And you've got here this little crescent as well. So you've got the crescent there as well, if you can pick it up. So it just goes to show that they do have feelings towards you, but it's like, you know, they have different phases as to when they feel what, and they kind of just want to be in control. So that's what I would say here. So this is, you can also expect them to reach out, because I see the Page of Wands as like a messenger. Okay, so yeah, this too shall pass is what I'm seeing, this particular phase. So this is your reading. This reading resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. And do take care, everyone. Bye!